现违规异常，了解详情请按0。
What's up, bitches? Welcome back to the boiler room of the internet, or basement, or warehouse. It smells like rat shit on this side of YouTube, but that's fine. Somebody's gotta occupy it, and I guess that has to be me, right? But today we're talking about anime cliches. I love anime. Hard to tell, I know. But sometimes I hyperfixate on the anime cliches, and it ruins the experience for me. Why does every anime character always gotta be like, all these anime people, they got an addiction to being blue-balled. You could put a feather on one of them and be like, This is what I mean. Bitch, your mouth isn't even open. Like, spit it the fuck out. And I know why they do this. It's to convey their emotions to the viewer. Whoa. And sometimes it makes sense. You know, if you're convulsing on the ground, bleeding out, and you're gasping for air, I'm gonna expect to hear some of these groans. But some of these anime bitches, bro, periodically, every 2 minutes, they will make these noises for no reason. It's like they're ticks. It's too extra for me. It's too unrealistic. Insane, crazy superpowers, furries, whatever this is, that's fine. But this crosses the line. Another cliche is the male anime protagonist. Now, there's a few types. First, you got the weak incel loser. No friends, no pussy, gets bullied, boring uneventful life, little to no redeemable qualities. But one day, he falls down a portal into some fantasy world that's super interesting and cool.
The chosen one has arrived!
Or he wakes up one day with anime superpowers and fights for good. It's a protagonist that's supposed to make you sympathetic, and it's supposed to be relatable.
Oh my goodness, this ordinary Joe anime protagonist has some Sharingan Spinjitzu Ninetales power locked away dormant inside of him. What if I have that too?
You don't have a Sharingan, that's called pink eye. And because these protagonists are relatable, something they'll do is they'll make them really smart. That way the viewer at home could be like, this anime protagonist has no bitches, no friends, and gets bullied just like me, and he's really smart. That must mean I'm really smart.
And then you got the Chad alpha anime protagonist. Buff as shit, has the will of 1,000 lions. All the ladies love him. He might be dumb, but his willpower and stubbornness makes up for it. He doesn't listen to anyone else but himself, and he's impulsive as a bitch. But he cares about his friends or whatever the fuck.
But the thing all these anime protagonists have in common is the sense of morality and doing the right thing.
Look at me, I care about other people and I believe in justice.
Eat shit, I want to see the world burn. You know, when I played soccer, I used to think I'd get some super ability that'd make me score goals. But nope, I got a cleat to the balls. So thanks, anime. But now that you got the protagonist, you need his friends. And one of the first friends they make is through an enemy. They always gotta fight someone. He beats the shit out of him, and then he becomes their friend. And the moral of the story here is that if you beat the shit out of random people, they will become your friend. But you know, when people fight in anime, I don't want any of this, okay, we fought, but we can be friends now. Kill him! Beat the shit out of him and kill him! If somebody's trying to throw hands, you gotta pull out that Glock and start. You anime protagonists are too damn forgiving, wanting to be friends with everyone. Yeah, okay. And the protagonist always has that one lady that's a peer or a friend that he has a crush on, he always gets with. But why are they always weak? I'm tired of these Sakuras, man. These Sakuras don't do shit. The main protagonist is like, I love them. No, you don't, bro. You're frothing over Snatch. You deserve better, King.
And he got better.
But you know, while we're on the subject of friendship, yo, fuck the power of friendship. Apparently the power of friendship can cure cancer and kill anybody.
No, I'm not leaving you because the power of friendship.
If you do that shit in real life, you will catch a case. I'm just saying Naruto would have been a lot different if he got that restraining order. No jitsu or hand signs gonna take you out of jail. On a similar note, the thought of like will and determination can like beat all. The writers are like, well, we don't know how we can survive this, but the will. All the atoms in his body are exploding at the same exact time, but you know how he's gonna live? Because of determination. Some things you just can't live through. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're gonna die. And here's the other thing, anger. Apparently, anger can crush mountains. And actually, there is some science, like, anger can make you mad, and you don't feel pain or whatever, so you can, like, lift up massive boulders, but still, you can't crush the earth out of anger. You got poor kids on YouTube popping blood vessels because they're trying to go Super Saiyan. That's anime's fault. And I love this one. How come every, like, background character in anime just has normal beige earth tone colors? Then you see it's a guy with really really aggressive neons and bright colors. I wonder who's the protagonist. You got me. I want people to know that I'm the star of the show, so now I'm just gonna wear really bright colors so people know I'm about that. Another thing that's really weird is when anime characters, when they have attacks, they're like, Fire Punch! Throw fuck! Come Guzzler! Is it just me, or is screaming out an attack not a good way to fight? It's weird, but also you're just letting them know what you're gonna do. That'd be so fucking funny in real life. In real life. Robbing you! Punch! Titty twist! Alright guys, I'm gonna power up. I just need 5 minutes, okay? You guys gotta fight the main baddie for 5 minutes, okay? Oh, and they're dead already. I've been fighting him for 20 hours and you die in 5 minutes. Wow, some friends you guys are, huh? Power of friendship, right? Somebody's about to die and somebody comes in last second and saves them. Like, yeah, that's really freaking cool. Like, you came in the nick of time, except this has happened like 20 times. How do you show up at the last second 20 times? It's at this point you realize it's not very much a rare occurrence type thing. They're just sitting on the sidelines waiting to be like, okay, I'm gonna come out at this exact moment so I can show off and look really badass. The biggest eye roll of them all is when they're like, I've been holding back this whole time. Ugh. Every goddamn time. You're making me lose my mind. Alright, time for my special move to finish the job. It looks like every other move they have. No, Goku, what you don't understand here is this laser's green and that one was red. And could you really call an anime if there aren't any flashbacks? These are like the anime versions of the Family Guy cutaway gags. Yeah, hey Lois, look at this really crucial part of the fight where I'm fighting this guy. I'm about to die, but that's when I have the flashback and that's when it becomes super powerful. Yeah. And a lot of power feel really unnecessary. Like, Frieza had 4 of them, but we only see like 2. And with the other ones, it's like, does he really need this? Did he really need to transform into that? No, you actually don't understand, Apandah. There's a lot of power in that giant ass head, which is a big hitbox. Fuck you! Anime smirk.
You think you got what it takes, huh? I'm Sonic, huh?
Anime OPs be like, stand on grass, open our eyes really slowly, fall from the sky or in water, reach at the sun. This goes for all media. When you have that 27-minute monologue, the villain tells you his whole life story, what toppings he likes on his salad, how genius he was to get you in a position where you're not dead yet, but you're about to die. If I was a villain, I would watch movies and see that, hey, every single time anybody does this, they escape or they get me back. Like, I know to these villains, it's gratifying being able to completely shit on them, like teabagging before they die. It's like when you're behind someone in an FPS, no idea you're there, you want to get right up next to them and knife them, just embarrass them, and then they turn around and insta-kill you. Literally how it always goes. Now, a lot of people's favorite parts in anime are the training arcs, said no one. Ever. Slice of life anime be like, okay, time to tie my shoe for 20 minutes. Now, this isn't a cliche, just more of a hot take I wanted to express somewhere, but dub isn't that bad. Don't get me wrong, there is some unlistenable trash that will completely ruin the experience.
Hey, what the fuck? You got a fucking problem?
But at least in my experience, a lot of the dub has just been meh or alright. And when you come home from a day of school or day of work, do you really just want to read? Oh boy, reading! I know a lot of dubs sucks, we know this. But if I wanted to read, I would pick up a book. I would. I pick up the manga. We're gonna speed through these last ones. When anime characters turn into Herobrine, when there's a red intersection on their head, worm arms. To those of you that were too stupid to ever recognize these cliches, I hope now that I brought it up, I can ruin your experience every time you see them. Bye.